What's going on, people? What's going on? Hope you guys are getting good weather where you're at, getting out digging. Audra and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming out last night and for the support. And Miss Shelly Williams for popping on and giving us some more info on Dig It Dude. Epic event coming up. Speaking of epic, I have some epic people with me tonight. Boom. Boom.
Hey, everyone.
And you know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do, man. I might do it. See if I can do it. And I can't do it because it won't let me do it. But
Seagull's pretty bad there, Bobby.
What's that?
The seagull's pretty bad there, or
seagulls?
Yeah, looking at your shirt.
Seagulls are a welcome sight around here. A very welcome sight around here. That means seagulls usually means winter's about over. No, actually, you know what? I don't mind the seagulls. I live so close to the beach. I actually, like, sometimes I'll take my lunch and I'll go McDonald's or something and I'll sit in my car and I'll play one for me, one for you out the window with the French fries with the seagulls, and I sit there watching them fight over it and all that.
You'll start out with one or two. You'll end up with about a dozen.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Yeah, they'll eat anything. So brush fires. I heard about brush fires.
Anthony says it must be a bad case of dandruff.
Yeah, but so how's the weather there for you guys? I know where you are. It's probably close to 90, Bill.
Man, 86 today, buddy.
Yeah, it's probably close to 80 here today.
It was about 50 here today, but it was breezy.
Yeah, but you know what, Richie? Where you're from, take 50 and run with it.
Yeah, but what it's going to be in the next few days is going to be like 80.
Is it really?
Last week it was in the 30s and cold. This week it's going to be in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't even hit spring. We literally jumped from winter to freaking summer. We're going to be about
pretty much
tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what? It is what it is. We bitch in the winter when it's too cold. We bitch when it gets too hot. You know, the only time there's that in between is like around October-ish and November-ish, where it's not cold here yet, but it's still in the 50s or so most of the time. So,
Late
you know,
September, October is awesome.
We'll bitch and moan no matter what.
Shoot, here, October, you're either going to have 70 degrees or freezing. There's no in between here. You're going to have one or the other. Probably in the same week.
Up here, you're going to have cold nights and warm days.
Yeah, we like the warm weather here.
I would love 70s every day. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be. I will tell you this though. Bring your little. If you have one of those little neck fans, you might want to bring that in August because it's usually pretty humid. You know, maybe we'll get lucky for that weekend. It won't be too bad, but you're definitely going to. In 2 days of hunting, you're definitely gonna drop a couple pounds if you dig both days. So, oh man, so you get out at all this week, Rich?
Yeah, I got out today. I went out in the cornfield. one I've only hit one time before, and it's an old field. I found a few little things. I searched for like an hour and a half, and didn't
What
find
does
nothing but
corn ring? What does corn ring up on the legend?
Horn rings up about a 69 on the legend.
69. All right. All right.
But
So
I found a couple things.
did you? What'd you get?
I got me nice little musket ball.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got a pretty
That's
cool old iron buckle.
you need some electrolysis on that one, baby.
Yep.
All right.
A
So
few other odds and ends. Nothing to write home about, but I got out.
Put that doodad on ID me and see what people come up with.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It showed them these guys this before.
It looks like a piece off a car.
Could be off a car or maybe off a tractor.
Shannon Q. Eric. Speaking of Eric, you heard it here first. There's going to be a new color for the Ultimate Finds box. The prototype was delivered today. I was just waiting on Eric to let me know if it was a go or good or quality was good. But for those of you who like that orange color, I don't know if you can see this. Orange and black. Be looking out for it. Be looking out for it soon on ultimatefindsbox.com.
Perfect size box for Halloween.
Yeah. You bring it with you trick or treating. Just open it up and say, hey, put that in.
I'll trade you this for candy.
Rick Shabbat, welcome. So yeah, man. So good things coming. New color for the Finds box. As soon as he gets a quantity of them in, I'll let you know, and you can hit Eric up and get you one. I'm saving one of them. He only got two of them to test them out. I'm stealing one of them for Audra because that's her favorite color. So, yeah, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. What about you guys? You guys got out the other day, right?
We got out yesterday.
Yesterday.
Ended up with a pretty decent haul. Found a Winchester pocket knife. Squeak found her spoon.
Yesterday.
It was,
Monday. Because yesterday.
it was Monday.
Yeah, because we went on.
People have been making it a point the last week or so to make sure that I'm aware that they got a spoon.
Yeah, part of the spoon
I
today.
got a spoon right next to a lake.
Eric does a tie-dye Ultimate Finds box. I'm gonna get one. I just probably won't go out. I just won't use it because I don't want to get it dirty. So
Leaving this purple
No.
candy
Yeah, we had a decent day. I ended up finding a little bit of silver. It's been a while since I dug up some silver, so I was
ain't
happy
nothing
with
wrong with
that.
silver.
Yin Yang pendant.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ain't nothing wrong with some silver. Nothing wrong with some silver, but
I've never understood. We get so excited digging silver, but it's worth crap if you go to melt and resell. But it's so pretty coming out of the ground.
you know what? It's not that silver is worth so much. It's just so much. It's just you get excited about the silver, especially if it's just a little pendant or something like that, because it ain't clad.
Yeah.
It ain't a zinking
It's a big upgrade from a Wheatie.
or a pull tag. Yeah. So I
Oh, we
mean,
love Wheaties. We love finding Wheaties. I could dig Wheaties all day long.
I have so many Wheaties. I throw them in with my regular pennies. I just do. I do. I just throw them in with my regular pennies. Let me do a little quick hello here for these fine people. Let me bring out my cheat thing here. All right. So we got Paul, American Wood Relics. We got Anthony, Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Dave, Hard Acousticized. We got Digging with Deej. We got Digging with Squeak.
and the wheel.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them. Mr. Javier Garcia, the dude herself, Audra, Jersey History Hunters here, pew pew. Richard, Metal Detecting Brooklyn. Mr. Phil Bortner is here. Mr. Rick Shabbat is here. Shannon Q is here. Richie the Madman is here. Swamp Fox. Ultimate Finds Box. Mr. Eric Lamort is here. Trey Schrouder. Alan Hedricks. I know Alan's probably popping in for a short time. You got younger kids, especially boys, this time of the year, the baseball starts hitting and all that stuff. I'm glad I ain't got to worry about all that stuff anymore. Seriously. I'll run right. It's too crazy, man.
You know, people ask, do your kids play sports? No, because they get on a field and start
Maybe
chasing
kids,
butterflies.
No,
Yeah.
I would love to play soccer, but I can't.
All right, so I don't usually ask people this. It's asked a lot.
Boxers.
Yeah. Briefs.
Boxer briefs.
Ho-hos. But
Why do you have underwear sitting on your desk?
That's a good question,
Do
Squeak.
you really want Bobby to answer that? He was doing the
Well,
toe
I mean,
flip, and that's where it landed.
it's kind of like a, you know how people kind of sometimes put survival kits together. I keep one close. But look at Jenny. Jenny was scooted on by real quick.
It was a run by Peen.
Yeah, they're starting to. They're starting. To,
There you go, Bobby.
What's that?
You get the
What I
mommy
missed?
finger.
Oh, I got the mommy. Okay, great. Thanks.
Hey!
Appreciate it. I got the mommy finger, but yeah, they're starting to. A lot of they don't really do a lot of plowing some places anymore. They just slice and they seed. The place I was at today, permission I was at today, is already sliced. But Tom Kingery, what's up? But I don't really ask these kind of questions, even when I have guests, because everybody asks the same shit all the time. But I'm just kind of curious as this is starting to get going now, and people that are in subarctic states like Richie and Nancy and Amanda, now that it's starting to clear out and you guys are able to get out, I'm just kind of curious as to what is the one thing that you guys are I mean, individually, obviously, everybody's not looking for the same thing, but now that you're going to have a good 6-month period that you could dig, what is the one thing you don't have that you're hoping to find this year? I'm kind of curious at some of the answers.
I don't have a GW button. There's not a whole lot on my bucket list that I haven't found. Like the gold coin that's on everyone's list. I haven't found that.
Brian, you're digging it's here. I'm just kind of curious in the chat. What is on your list? Trey Schrouder says a seeded anything.
All of it.
Paul wants a flat button or a thimble.
A bullet mode?
A bullet mold.
That would have been. Somebody found one last week. I forget what
Did they?
group they posted it in. Found a bullet mold.
Rick Shabbat, would that be a 3-cent nickel or a Tron that you're looking for?
Trime is on my bucket list. I found the 3-cent nickel.
I have a 3-cent nickel as well. A Trime I do not have.
The 3-cent nickel is pretty hard to pick up. You got to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tiny bit bigger than a Trime. The back looks almost
It rings
identical.
pretty low though.
Yeah, it
They
does.
ring real low.
The back's the same. The front is a little different, obviously.
The
But-
one that I found, the only reason I found it is I was playing in the iron and I was digging anything that repeated, and just happened to repeat in the iron. And
Yeah,
it
Rick's
rang
going
up
right for
like
the gold
foil.
coin. Rick Shabbat's going right for the gold coin. He wants the gold coin.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Anthony wants a Trime, a skeleton key, or anything seated. That's it. Reach for the stars, man. Reach for the
I
stars.
paid trimes are hard to pick up.
Yeah,
I mean, they ring in nice, but it's usually a signal that you're tired of digging already.
My youth.
Phil's looking for his youth. Mike. The Mally Man is
Hey,
here.
Mike.
Speaking of, Mike dug up some pretty cool stuff the other day.
And Mike's got some nice permissions now to hunt.
He had a good day the other day. Got him some silver. I think he got copper too, right?
Yeah, you get large copper.
Yeah, man, that's a good day right there.
It's been a while
Okay.
since we've dug up a nice copper.
Me too.
Yeah, Bobby.
Bobby
As
digs
long
them
as
up in
I-
his front yard.
I wish. It would
I was
save me a
hoping for
fortune
one
on
today.
gas. What's that? I was hoping for one today too. The coins eluded me today though, but can't get him every time. But Dutch Schultz treasure. I don't know what that is. Is that somebody in the chat or
Oh, shame. What that is.
I don't see it either.
One thing I haven't dug in quite a while is the gold ring. It's been probably 5 or 6 years since the last time I dug a gold ring.
You know what, Richie? I'm gonna go with you on this one. It doesn't have to be
I
gold.
want a gold ring.
It doesn't have to be gold. Where I hunt, I do mostly farm fields, so I don't get a lot of jewelry unless I happen to venture off. Oh, it's a gangster. Oh, I've heard of that. Unless I have a day where I don't feel like driving 40 minutes to one of my farms or farm fields or something like that, and I hit a park and maybe get lucky. But I don't dig a lot of jewelry. Last gold ring I dug, I actually dug by accident. I didn't dig it really. I was doing a farm field last summer close to where I live, and it was one of those days where it was just hot as balls. That is the technical term for it as well. In case
That's
you're
what
wondering.
my weatherman uses that all the time.
Yeah, mine too. What channel? I can't remember what channel it is. I just turned it on. I looked for the way. He says, "Yeah, it's hot as balls." I was like, "Okay, great." So I was out there maybe an hour and a half in the morning, and it's just one of those. It was one of those days where it was bad. I had 2 bottles of water in my finds bag, and I'm chugging water. And how hot is that exactly? It's kind of like a reverse swamp bass. Yeah,
Hotter than hell.
yeah. Think of swamp bass being a coin, and one side is swamp bass, and the obverse is swamp nuts.
But monkey butt.
Yeah, so it was pretty bad. Oh, humid. Yeah, it was nasty. It was just one of those nasty. It didn't matter days. And after about an hour and a half, I stopped for a minute, and I said, "You know what? I've drank 2 bottles of water in the last hour. It ain't working. It's just the legs were getting wobbly. You know what I mean? It's just you couldn't stay hydrated. So I go over to my car, which is parked. It's like a park, but there's a farm field, and then right next to where I parked, there's a little tot lot. The little, kids play on the swings and all this stuff. And the bottom part of it is wood chips. So I go over, I start my car, I crank the AC up, and I say, "You know what? I'm gonna let the AC kick in before I get in." So I threw my shovel in. And I just went over to the little tot lots 30 feet away with just my detector and my pinpointer. I think I was there's a guy sitting on the bench, and I'm like, beep, 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 beep. and it was I did it 11-12. It was 11-12 on my knocks, and so I just pinpointed it real quick. Just kind of dug in the wood chips with my pinpointer. I was popped out a ring. And I was like, oh, I hope that's real. And so I grabbed it, and the guy on the bench was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a recovery. Yeah, some lady lost her ring, so I'm out here trying to find it. And I'm not sure if this is it, but you know, they always ask questions. You got to feed them a line of bullshit. But I actually did wind up going to the police station, and we took a picture, and I emailed them the picture so they had it, and I basically said, you know, nobody claims it. You know, if somebody claims it and they can describe it perfectly, let me know it's yours. Nobody ever did, so I still have it actually. But
I did that once with a pair of designer sunglasses I found on the beach.
Bruce A, my digging partner, got
I
out.
know
with him
somebody
today.
paid well over $200 for those designer sunglasses. So I put them on
Yeah.
Craigslist for a couple weeks, and nobody claimed them. So I threw them on eBay.
Dave,
They were-
Dave Roller Hunters.
10 minutes later, they were gone for about $80.
So I actually gave them like 2 months. And after 2 months, I called and I was like, hey, has anybody claimed that ring yet? He's like, no. And chances are, you know, if somebody lost it, they probably did a
Insurance claim.
insurance claim on it, which means they can't claim it anyway because that would be fraud, insurance fraud. So
You
here
know,
she
we got sad news on the last gold ring we dug. The lady
Good.
passed before we could get it to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
Is that a class ring?
Yeah, 1950. The lady was still living. She was in a nursing home not too far from us, but the nursing home was still under lockdown because of COVID. And unfortunately, she passed before we could get it to her. She knew it was found. We actually talked to her on the phone, and she remembered the day she lost it too. So she was running out of the house to get in her boyfriend's car. They were going to the drive-in or something. It was 2 weeks before she graduated.
Deej is greedy. Deej is greedy. She wants a Trime, a cap bust, anything, a complete watch winder, and a Real.
I would love to find a watch winder with the chain still on it.
I have a bunch of watch winders, none with the chain on it.
None with the chain.
None.
We've got quite a few fobs we found, but no chains.
I've got the small watch winders all the way up to like a big one, like for a grandfather clock.
Oh.
No chain on any of them.
I got a handful of watch winders with no chain.
No
Oh.
chains.
No.
Nope. But
I'm not
Yeah,
sure they
Deej-
ever had a chain, but
Deej has got high expectations. Nothing wrong with that though. You know, hey, you know what they say, right? If you shoot, that's not what they say.
We're gonna mute for a second.
If you shoot for the stars but land on the moon, isn't that okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Dave wants a tin can full of gold coins. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Anthony says he's got change but no watch winders. Well, we'll have to, do a little collaboration there and mix and match.
We got plenty of login change. You can hook that up to a watch winder quick.
You know what? I'll tell you what. There's a lot of people in here saying the same thing. They want a watch winder. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do.
I want a tin can.
I just got to figure out where I put it. Where I put them. Oh, I know where I put them. Hold on. Squeak.
Yeah?
No, you're not in charge. Bill, you are.
No, I'm sorry.
She's too busy eating cake
With the Reese's.
with Reese cups on it.
Reese's.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Sometime before the show's over, Chaver 513 digs. Before the show is over,
That's a nice size one there.
wow,
Yeah, it's
I don't have
probably
anything
like
like
a-
that.
This is probably like a mantle clock or like a grandfather clock one or something. I actually got this. When did I get this? This past summer with Eric. Me and Eric went out one day, and so you know what? I might give this away towards the end of the show. If you want it cleaned up any more than this, do it your damn self. I ain't doing it.
That's one of the bigger ones we've seen.
Big.
Yeah, I got a bunch of smaller ones, but that's the biggest one I've got. So you know what though? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you win it and you have not dug a watch winder, as soon as you dig a watch winder, pay it forward. Pay it forward. Pay it forward to somebody else who hasn't, and maybe it'll bring them some luck. I do have a grandfather clock on my wrist. Actually, I dug a watch that my grandfather. I think I was I with Audra? No, was I with Audra that day? Audra or Bruce? And I dug one of them old Timexes with the elastic one-piece band.
Yeah.
And actually, it was all one hole, but it was the band was separated from the actual watch part. I was like, that's something that oh, Shannon, she got her IHP. All right. And stickers. And of course, I will throw in some stickers with the big old watch winder. But let's see. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I always do that when I pour a drink. I don't know what it is.
So, I mean, for relics, we got a lot of people want watch winders. What other relics? We all want coins. We love finding coins, but
We
what
do.
relics?
I
Really
find plenty
want.
of bells. A lot of people don't find bells.
That's one of our bucket lists is Bigfoot bell.
Yeah, bells aren't a big deal up my way.
I got a whistle.
Yeah,
You
we
know what
cleaned
I'm
the whistle. It actually works. Don't.
You know what? I'm going to get you a gag loop for you, Squeak. You want a gag loop? No?
I got cake. I'll be fine.
Kings Mountain Military Academy. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Wow. You know what? Well, I think you know what? We'll do two, Bill. I'll do two. Lock with a key. Now you're asking a lot. We'll do I'm going to do a watch winder tonight. And I'm going to do one of my finer. I like the old one I just dug up. I don't know where I did with it, but oh, there it is. That's the old one. Remember this one I dug up like a month ago? That's
See,
a
I
real
wish
old one.
ours came out like that, man. We got so much iron in our soil.
Oh, yeah. So you know what I'll do? I'll do a second one tonight, and I'll do one of my nice ones that cleaned up really nice.
I haven't cleaned up real good.
That one cleaned up nice, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll throw in a sticker pack for each giveaway. So
All right. Oh, so she wants a Crotobel or an ox shoe.
ox
I
shoe.
do not have. I have an ox knob, not an ox shoe.
Ox shoes, we dig all kinds of those up here.
No.
They sound so good you can't pass them up either.
No.
We love finding horseshoes and ox shoes. And we actually find mule shoes, which are smaller. And I
Shannon
think those
wants,
are really cool.
Shannon wants Civil War anything.
Yeah, I'm back to War of 1812 and anything, a Revolutionary War.
I
anything.
don't have. I have relics from colonial revolutionary, so early 1700s, late 1600s. I have Civil War relics that I found, bullets, buttons. I have nothing War of 1812. Nada.
I was learning about the 1812 in social studies.
You were?
Because we were learning about the 5 presidents.
The 5 presidents?
George Washington.
We're up to 40 something now, right?
Jet thing.
We are up to 40 something.
I'm not allowed to dig a CSA buckle anymore, Dave. I put my shovel through one.
I'm kind of curious. Here's my curiosity. Who in this chat has not dug up a Boy Scout necktie slide? Yeah, okay.
We have a whole
I've
box.
dug some.
I'm kind of curious if, because you would think that pretty much anywhere, it doesn't matter where in the United States, you know, there's Boy Scouts everywhere. It's not like it's restricted to one little area.
Yeah, we found Boy Scout slides at a church.
Wait a minute, is that Rich? That's Rich or Dave?
Uh,
Sexiest panelist pictures by Richie. Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy? We got to meet Mark finally, Mark and Piper.
Mark
That was-
TBA,
that
yeah,
was
we
awesome.
met Mark and Piper. Oh, they're both here, Dave and Rich. That's a rarity. We'll take it.
We have a soft spot for Boy Scout stuff because where I grew up in South Louisiana, the Catholic Church ran the Scouts. My mom and dad got divorced, so my brothers and I were removed from the Boy Scouts because of it, and we ended up in 4-H. So that's why we have such a soft spot for all the Boy Scout relics we can find.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. When at Come Out Swinging before the event, we went to this one field, and Brian dug up a Boy Scout Order of the Arrow pin.
Mm-hmm. That's the big camp we detect is actually Order of the Arrow.
Yeah, he's the only thing that pulled any. He's the only person that particular field we went to. I think they got him in both fields. That same field. I think he got the Boy Scout pin in that field, and then he pulled a seated dime out in the same
No.
field. I think they were the same fields.
You know,
I'm pretty-
PA Relic Hunters, that's the one bucket list item we have not found yet. And we've been detecting this 700-acre Boy Scout camp for about 3 years. Have not found a Boy Scout ring yet.
You found
I've got the silver Boy Scout ring. I've got the neckerchief slide. I've got
liar,
Order
liar,
of the
Nancy,
arrow. Is
liar.
that a little rectangular thing with an arrow on it?
Yeah, that'd be Order of the Arrows.
I've got that.
Bill, you have a Boy Scout ring.
I haven't dug a Boy Scout ring.
Oh, okay.
We have Bobby's Boy Scout ring that's holding place until.
Yes, I gave Bill my Boy Scout ring. I dug up. Try to bring him some luck to dig up one. It ain't working though.
But you know what? It was in my pocket the day that I dug that bolo and that beautiful buckle
Oh, was it?
in my pocket.
I've only seen him cry 3 times. The 3rd time was the bolo.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Oh, but yeah, out of all the stuff we found, and we found some awesome stuff at this camp. No rings yet, but we haven't gone to the older sections of the camp. This camp goes back to 1910. So
All right. So you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do.
We don't find Girl Scout stuff. We can't find a camp for Girl Scouts.
You can't find a camp for Girl Scouts?
They're
Yeah.
all at houses.
yeah, most of them are at people's houses here. That's pretty awesome there, Richie.
Silver.
My friend's kind of in the Girl Scouts and something like that, but they do that at their church.
Anthony said, I just scrolled up for a minute. Anthony would like a large crotal bell and a Jew harp.
I haven't found one of them yet.
A jaw
I've
harp?
not found
No,
a jaw harp.
I have not either.
I don't know how common those are. I know Mallyman Mike has found one, but
A lot of them have been found around us, around the Civil War camps, but we don't really Civil War hunt. So, but yeah, they found a lot of them around here.
Not found one yet. Not found one yet.
Phil. That's
Figure.
a Phil thing to say.
Go figure. So you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a little unorthodox here. Mr. COS, the Sultan of Swing, is here.
Hey, Robert, your letter got here. Thank you so much for the toonie, brother. We appreciate it. It's a proof. It's a proof.
You got a letter?
Yeah, Robert sent us a toonie. We we got a couple loonies. We didn't have any toonies from Canada.
Oh,
So
you got more than a couple loonies. You got a
You
few.
know what calls money Looney Toonies?
The head loony is over there on the couch drinking milk right now. Uh-oh.
Mama, Mama.
Oh, Jesus.
you got her dandruff up.
Did I get the mommy finger? I missed
About
it.
4 of them.
I got 4 of them. Wow. Mutant fingers. Oh, got 4. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. It's a little unorthodox, but, you know, I'm not a very religious person, so what do I care? So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of being traditional, which I'm far from traditional, I'm just going to pick winners. Just for shits and
It's all
giggles.
rigged anyway.
It is all rigged, so why not? So here's what I'm going to do. You know, because I like, you know what? I like people to get things that don't get things normally. So here's what I'm going to do. Rich Baranowski, welcome.
Bobby, I can cover my eyes and go to participants and just do this until 5 minutes.
No. I don't want to put you out like that, Squeak.
Bobby's about to come up with an ingenious plan.
It's not ingenious. It's really not. So here's what I'm going to do.
He was watching A-Team earlier.
How do you know?
Love it when a plan comes together.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give the Boy Scout the Boy Scout slide and a sticker pack to Rich from PA Relic Hunters, who's never dug one. Is that true, Rich? If I read that correctly, you've never dug a Boy Scout slide? Rich?
Of course, you give it to him when he had to go pee.
And Rich, you know, put a
Had to
cork
get
in it.
another beer out of the fridge.
That's what
Oh, there he
gets for
is.
drinking beer.
Rich, you have not dug a Boy Scout slide?
He says rigged.
You said rig. Dave wins all the big chunky silvers. So Rich is going to get the Boy Scout slide with some stickers. Just you can Facebook message me your information, and I will get this out to you with a sticker pack.
And then forward it to us, and we'll get a sticker pack in the mail. this weekend.
Absolutely. So, I sometimes, when you do the giveaways, a lot of times the same people win them over and over and over and over. And there's people out there that got 914 stickers of the same freaking stickers. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see people that aren't here all the time, that don't win all the time, get things, so it gets kind of spread out. So I know it's not orthodox, and I know some people are going, it's not fair and have a chance to win. Chances are you've all probably won. So at some point, we'll get back to the normal scheduled programming of giveaways in a couple of weeks. But I've been doing that a little bit lately, only because, people have life. Life happens to people. They can't always make it to the streams, and it's a numbers thing. I mean, the more streams you're on, the better chance you have to win giveaways. The less time you have, and the less time you have to be out. As much as we all like, being in the streams and all that. So,
You know what, Bobby? Do one more for the same type of slide. And these are the early slides. These aren't newer slides. These are the earlies. These are 30s to 70s.
30s to 70s. All right. You know what?
And if you want to clean more, get a toothbrush.
And water.
Right? And some CLR. All right. So you know what? You go ahead and pick that one.
Who has not dug a Boy Scout slide that just did not win one?
Can I do my idea?
In a
I
minute.
close my eyes and pick
In a
randomly.
minute. So if you haven't dug one, say something in the chat, and Squeak's gonna close her eyes and point at a name.
We're going on a what's that called?
Scavenger hunt.
No, not the scavenger hunt. So let's see. Paul hasn't
Down.
found one.
JVP,
Trevor hasn't found
Trevor.
one. JVP.
Paul, Mark TBH, Dave.
To a lot of people.
So there you go. There's your window of pointing.
Well, there you go. You pick.
Yep.
Or Squeak picks.
Chair.
Javier Garcia
Javier
has
Garcia's never won one,
Keep looking.
or never dug one.
It's so hard. It's like picking your favorite child.
Yeah.
No,
Try it
random.
again.
Random. I just like to see it spread around, spread it around.
JVP.
Did you pick JVP?
JVP.
All right.
I close my eyes. It's not rigged.
We have your address, and we will get this out to you with another sticker pack. It's
Dude, Jesus, Squeak.
She gets the grace from her mother.
The excitement is almost overwhelming for her.
She has the grace of her mom.
You like him on my side. Oh.
And I'll tell you what we're going to do. Because he does so much for the community and he asks for nothing in return. I'm going to send this one with a sticker pack to Paul. Yes, sir. So now we got 3 Boy Scout slides and stickers going out. So Paul, you're going to get one as well.
These noodles are sweet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And for those that don't know, Squeak and I have been detecting a Boy Scout camp for a few years now, and that's one of our favorite places to go. Oh, one of our
Guy's
favorite.
not the only one who could play this game. I'm going to give mine away too.
Wow.
That's an early Cub Scout one there.
Yeah. You pick, Rich. You pick.
Let's see.
Feel like we're on Oprah. You get a slide. You get a slide.
You get a slide. You get a slide.
I need to give away.
I'm going to
And believe it or not, we have given away probably 100 or more to people overseas that wanted them that haven't found them over there. We've mailed them over to them.
I'm going to pick Javier Garcia.
Javier Garcia. All right. Where's my
Go on my About Me page, Javier, and send me your mailing info.
Paul, I think I
I'll
have
send some
Paul's
stickers
ready.
too.
A coil ointment.
And let me just write this down so before I forget. So we got Paul.
This
Got
coil.
Paul with one. And I
You
got
dropped
Rich with one. Cool, man. Cool. So yeah, this is
I just got fired from tomorrow night's stream. I didn't pick Mark.
Dennis fired you.
No, Mark the
Mark
Birdhound.
did.
Oh, Mark fired you.
I got
Mark
fired last
fired you.
week too. So
I don't know if I'd want to be
Nothing new.
sitting across from Mark when he fires me. That's a pretty big dude. I thought I was pretty big. Mark's a pretty big guy.
That was cool, man. It was cool to see him and Piper at the Come
It
Out
was.
Swinging. It was. Most of the people we've met already, but it was, we got to meet a few new people this time. Mark and Piper,
Trey.
Trey Schroeder.
JVP said pick a person out of the 4 and she'll give a coil ornament away.
Actually, we'll let JBP pick that. We'll let JBP pick that since she is giving away the coil ornament.
And this slide here is straight from the Piscataquis River.
Just the Padonkadonk River.
Yeah.
Bless
That
you.
one. All right, so Squeak, pick a winner for the a coil. The coil ornament.
Or out
Out of the
everyone?
4.
Oh.
Out of anybody on here. I actually out of the 4, yeah. I actually have one of JVP's. What?
Out of 4, everyone.
Anybody.
You're confusing me over here.
I have one of JVP's coil ornaments. I actually had it on my Christmas tree this year.
I think we have one.
Yep, we do. We put ours on the tree too.
That's true, Brian. That's very true.
Brian.
Very-
Brian won.
Brian won. Brian always wins. Well, he used to always win.
Where'd the chat
And
go?
he still wins again.
Jane Prendergast. What is this? This is the
It's
Mormon. This is a live stream of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Dave, it's a
Uh,
foil that's 3D.
JBP 3D prints. Brian, send a message to JBP.
With your info. Send her the 411, man. Send her the 411.
And they're really cool. The ornaments you make are really, really cool. We had ours on our tree this year too.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Jane, this is a place for people who metal detect. We kind of gather here and we just have some good time joking around and stuff.
Thank you for clearing that up, Richie.
Way to go, Richie.
Ooh, anybody want a Dave and Buster's token?
Yay!
I don't think it'll get you a beer, but yeah, you ruined Brian's losing streak. He didn't win this year at the event. I actually won something this year.
I thought he did win something. He won
Brian.
something out there.
Brian did win?
Yeah, Brian won something at COS.
Yes, Jane. This is a quiz chat. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
No, that's why we have
One.
Google.
2.
I'm giving away my NOV. No. Brian didn't win anything.
Ah, I thought he did. I dang sure thought he did.
Bobby, you're
The
back
answer is
to
New Jersey. I actually, believe it or not, for a change, I actually won something. And if it would have been anything else but this, I probably would have not taken it. But I couldn't pass up a Rikers box. Couldn't.
Apparently, everyone thinks it
The
takes
things aren't
3.
cheap.
It does take 3. That's
How?
what they say anyway.
You never
Lollipops
have
are
enough of
hard.
those either.
Trevor says the next come out swinging Trevor is going to be in November. November 4th and 5th, I believe. Robert's already got the dates for that. It was Robert, man. I tell you, when you called my name right before the seeded hunt start for a Rikers box, I was like, you know what? If it had been a coin, or if it would have been a pinpointer or something else, I probably would have just donated it and paid it forward and let somebody else win it. But a Rikers box, yeah, I had to take that. I had to take that. November 4th and 5th. That is confirmed with the Sultan Swing.
Boy, that's going to be a quick turnaround for us.
And the thing is, I was setting up my Rikers box, and I'm sitting there, and I had I don't know 70, maybe 80 coins between coppers and silvers sitting on my table, and I'm sitting there with my wife, and my wife's got the label maker because I can't do that shit. So, and I'm sitting there going, I want to put this one in. No, yeah, I want to put this one in. I want to put this one in. I'm like, I can't put them all
It's
in.
the old style one with the dial on top, and
What's that? No, it's the push button one.
Um,
It's the regular push
Rich,
button one, and then it comes out and you press a button and it cuts it. Can't be bothered with that shit.
Rich is asking what a Riker's box is. It's kind of like a box like this. This is stuff we pulled out of a Confederate camp. But yes,
This is
they
a
make them
regular
smaller
box.
and bigger. They're really neat.
This is the one I wanted at Come Out Swinging. It's like a little display box. You know, you can put your stuff in. I had my wife make labels for me. It's pretty cool stuff. Good way to display stuff.
I have 2 huge ones just hanging on my wall.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I won 3 things at Come Out Swinging, which I never win. I got the Rikers box from Robert, and then I dug up 2 tokens. So I won a 1984 proof set, and
Gonna
They
show mine
just
too.
secure themselves.
I can't remember the other thing.
What is that middle? What's it? Is that a leaf?
Powder flask.
Looks like a leaf.
Powder flask.
Yeah,
Wow.
riders. Yeah, riders means something here too, different than here too, Richard.
The thing in the middle looks like a
You know, I will say the best thing we won at Come Out Swinging, and we won it a while back, was the silver round that has to Come Out Swinging.
Yep.
Bobby, you're the new one.
Actually, Swampy, I didn't actually secure actually, believe it or not, there's a I don't want to call it, it's not styrofoam, but it's a kind of a cushiony kind of material in there. And when you set the coins down, I was a little concerned about it myself. I laid the coins out, I spaced them out so that when my wife printed out the labels, everything would line up right and it would be just enough room. And the labels obviously were, they were sticky, so they stick on. And I actually thought about that myself, and I was like, what happens if I get all this done and then I put the front back on, and then the Rikers box has 4 pins, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom that slide in, to keep it secure. And believe it or not, the coins didn't move. The coins, they stayed just like they were, so I didn't have to worry about it.
But if you
you
have
don't
that
have to use-
problem, there's a solution to that. You take some cardboard, just cut a piece of cardboard, put it behind the foam, and it'll put a little more pressure on your relics or your coins and keep them from sliding around.
Blue light version. Yeah, that was I tell you, it was one of the funnest weekends I've had in quite a while. It was a nice mixture of everything. I got to do a nice little, kind of like,
Hey, Dig in the North.
the guys hunt on Friday with Brian and John Donaldson and Charlie and Brian's son Benjamin, and Pete Sorrell came out, Pete Sorrell, and hey Janice, and we did like a boys hunt on Friday, and then before the event, and then I got to enjoy the event and get with everybody, and yeah, you can use those little glue dots as well, like they use for scrapbooking. Brian's wife uses those, but no, it worked out really well. I was a little concerned about that, but I figured, you know what, we'll try it. We'll put it all together, and if I gotta rig it somehow, but we'll worry. But it didn't. It worked out real great. I didn't have to do anything, so that worked out really well. But now I got to find out where Robert got that one, because I need to pick up some more, because I was sitting there trying to decide what coins I wanted to put in, and I'm sitting there and I got rows of them, and I'm sitting there going, but I can only fit so many in here. Who are you leaving out? I left out some freaking pretty nice coins, but I only room for so many, so I'm gonna pick up some more. So
Amazon has them, eBay has them. They're all different sizes.
yeah. But you know what though? If Robert got them local, or from somebody he knows, I'd rather give the business to somebody local. even if it's local to where he is. I'd rather, spend that money there. And rig it, yeah.
Yeah, we have a disabled vet here that makes Riker boxes and cannonball displays and things like that. And we do a lot with them.
Mad
All right.
Man has an owl. I have a dog.
All right. So Bill and Squeak, I just got Rich's information, so I'll get that to you so you can send out his sticker pack. So that's cool. I'll send that right over to you. Drew was selling them at the event. Yeah. So, oh shoot, you bought 6? Damn, I wish I would have known. I would have bought like 5 or 6 of them when I was there because they were. I mean, I went to. I don't know if you guys have this where you live. My wife took me to this place called Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had them there, and it's like the same size.
Yeah.
And it was like $30-$40 for them.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, I guess this is what they call them, I guess. So I guess what they cost. And then I saw the price on the one Robert I wanted. I was like, what? I said, no. I said, wherever he got them from, that's where I'm getting them from.
Yeah.
Drew is here. So I messaged Drew, tell him I need some of those. Shannon, I don't shop at Michael's. I don't do coupons. I don't do coupons. I don't. My wife does that crap. She's got an app for everything. We'll go to Kohl's for something. Hon, I got Kohl's bucks. And she just pulls out her app. Boom. We'll go to Hollister. I'll go buy a shirt or some jeans. She's like, oh, I got Cali bucks. She got the app for that one. Boom, boom. She's got Victoria's Secret, Kohl's, you name it. She's got it all.
One of the teachers in my school's name is Mr. Hollister.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Tell him you want free clothes.
I don't think we've ever been in a Hollister's.
Since my real name's Macy, everyone thinks my name is.
But it's not Macy. It's Maisie.
No, she's not corn.
Everyone
These
calls
carrots.
me the store. Everyone calls me the Macy's store.
My wife. Let me tell you something. My wife reminds me of my mother.
That story went downhill quick.
I'm sure she didn't hear that. My mother was like the coupon queen. She was like back in the old days when you get the newspaper delivered on Sunday and it's like that thick. My mother was in there with the scissors cutting coupons.
Have a good one, JBP.
It's my grandma.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
the
now-
only time my wife and I ever got into an argument we couldn't settle was when I called her mother.
Wow.
But now
But
she apps for
now-
everything.
now that technology's changed, everything's emailed to you.
Yep.
And then my wife saved the coupons or whatever it is right to the app that she has on her phone for that particular store. And she just goes to the store and they just go boop, boop, boop. They scan
I'm
her
going to
phone.
tell you what, that is sometimes worse than the handheld coupons because you get behind an 85-year-old that can't work a smartphone and she's got 50 coupons she's trying to pull up. Nah.
You get your coupons email? My grandma still gets them thrown at her front door.
I just want to go. I go into the store, I buy what I want to buy, and I get the hell out. I don't want to. I'm not worried about all that crap. My wife does all that stuff. So
You go to a convenience store, you get behind somebody who's picking out all the scratch tickets. I'll take 2 of those and 4
Yeah.
of those and 6 of those.
I don't care about that. But I'll go to 7-Eleven for cigarettes, and there'll be somebody in front of me, and they'll buy like 3 packs of rolling papers, and then dump a little Ziploc bag of change on the counter. And then the guy behind the counter is doing this with the coins, kind of just dispersing them over here, counting them out. Oh, that's $1. That's $2. I'm like, seriously?
And they look at you and go, can I buy a cigarette?
And they do that. They actually do that some places here. I agree, Shannon. It is really too people-y out here. It's too people-y. I got it. But
we have killed our local market here because we'll order online before we'll go somewhere else.
You're banned.
all right. So
Certain
I'm
stores.
gonna do this last giveaway. I already know who I'm giving it to.
See you, Robert.
I already know. who I'm giving it to. I just want to make sure that this person's still here. Because if this person's not here, then it really is a moot point, isn't it? Guess what?
They're not here.
I am giving the big old clock winder with a sticker pack to the one and only number 24, Jeff Gordon.
Huh?
Congratulations, Mike.
Number 24, Jeff Gordon. The Matty Man wins the watch winder, the clock winder. It's too big for a watch.
Now, were you a fan of NASCAR, Bobby?
No, my father was though. I never really knew my dad, my real dad, but my stepfather was. And funny story, I came home from work 30 years ago. I came home from work one day, and my mom and my dad, they watched. If there was a race on Sunday, they were planted in front of the TV.
My mom's like that today.
Right. My mom went for Dale Jr. My dad was Dale Sr. when they first, they raced for a while together.
Yeah.
And I came home one day on my way home, and I knew what they were going to do. They were going to be plopped in front of the TV for 3 hours watching whatever race was on. So I stopped at 7-Eleven, and I picked up a little package of Skittles. So I walked in the house. I said, wasted another 3 hours, huh? Oh, you don't know. You should sit down and watch. You should learn how to appreciate it. I was like, no, I ain't got that kind of time. I said, I could save you a lot of time. So I said, before the race starts, come here for a minute. So I grabbed my stepdad and I said, come here, let me show you something. So I went into the bathroom, ripped open a bag of Skittles, and I poured it in the toilet bowl. And I said, pick a color. And he's like looking at me like, what? I said, pick a color. I said, whatever color you pick. So he's like, fine. And he picks this color, green. I said, whoosh. I said, it went around. I said, look, race is over. You lost. I just saved you 3 hours because you're watching the same freaking thing on TV.
I stopped watching NASCAR when Dale Earnhardt died. That was the last race I ever
used to
watched.
watch it years ago too, and Jeff Gordon was my least favorite. I used to hate him. But I was a Dale Jarrett fan for a while.
I was a Cale Yarborough fan for many years growing up.
The only race car driver I remember actually enjoying watching, and only because it wasn't because of the race, because I knew at least every other race it was good for a fist fight, was Richard Petty.
Yep.
I knew at least every other race, somebody would do something, he'd get out of the car, and next thing you know, there was a fist fight.
It's like Kyle Busch now.
My adopted dad, he raced for Petty Racing. Pudgy Pembleton. He raced for Petty's crew.
So, Mike, message me your information. I will get this out to you. And if you have a grandfather clock or something, you might be able to use this. I don't know.
And for those wondering, that is little itty bitty Lego pieces. She's been working on that daggone thing for almost a week.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not a stuffed animal. That's like 5,000 Lego pieces.
1,900.
And it still doesn't have a tail.
I'm working on it.
Or
what is it gonna wag?
You're doing good, Squeak.
I just broke its foot.
It doesn't have any fur on the front feet either.
Okay. Well, there you heard it here first.
We have no life.
I broke the foot.
All right, fat girl, come on.
Paul sent me. All right, let me check these messages real quick before we check out. All right.
I didn't want to do
Robert. Cool, thank you. I got Paul. I got Rich. Now I just need Mike to send me his information, and we're
Mike,
good to go, man. Mike.
When I first got this for Christmas, I opened the box, saw how tiny the pieces were, put everything back in, and it's been sitting on my shelf since Christmas.
Email. Let me put my email. I'll put my email in the chat for you, Mike.
Put your glasses on, Mike. You're gonna need it for his email.
Bobby.east.coast.metal.detecting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why so many dots?
Have a good evening, Shannon.
All right, Shannon. There you go,
Okay.
Mike. There's my
Shannon.
email.
Bobby, at this point, you should just have your whole email dot. dot.
Yeah, there's a
Wanna
lot of
change that,
dots in
Bobby?
there.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I'm not even gonna go there with all the dots.
highlight and then
Oh, it's going to make me slurpy.
Have a good one, Bruce.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you all for coming. Those
It's
of you-
supper time.
Yeah, and Richie, as always, thank you, sir.
Yep. My
Bill and
pleasure.
Squeak. And y'all have a great night and get out there this weekend because I will be working. Go find something good.
I'll find a
And-
spoon just for you.
And if you're not a member of my Facebook group, East Coast Metal Detecting, go check it out. Post your finds. We love to see it. And if you have any questions, we love to help out. If you're new, not new, it's a great group. Good people in there. It's getting so big, man. I'm like getting, did you see that? Dude, it's like 30, 40 new members a week, man. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. And y'all have a great night. Dig something good. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Can you dig it with Dawn and Shelly? Later, guys.
Peace.